What's going on YouTube? Kyle can come at you with another Final Fantasy Record Keeper Relic video. If you guys are enjoying this, be sure to like and subscribe to show your support. Okay, so this is a banner I've been waiting for a little bit, but probably not going to be pulling here, although I really do want some relics here. The BSB is coming up soon, so I will not actually be pulling here. Anyway, let's take a look at this banner. Alright, so hopefully it doesn't freeze on me this time, because Redkeeper just froze on me. Anyway, first up we have the Overturn, Lightning's Burst Super Soul Break, 143 attack. I think that might be the highest attack we have right now. Anyway, deals 7 physical attacks to one target, then grant haste and burst 1 to the user unique to Lightning. So here, for the most part, Lightning's Burst Super Soul Break is the same as Cloud's. Although Lightning's does have, like, you can target who the 7 hits, as it won't be random, so that's quite nice. Her attack's Flourish of Steel, which I also actually, I don't know if this was here before, I'm pretty sure it wasn't, but you can scroll down right now and see the burst command, Flourish of Steel, which is actually one of, what's his name's, Odin's attack in Gestalt mode. Just 4 physical attacks on an enemy with a moderate chance to interrupt its pending action, which is quite nice. And Skyward Swing deals 2 physical attacks to all enemies with a small chance to slow them. Now that's quite nice as well. I do think this has an edge over Cloud's. The coefficients for their attacks are essentially switched. I don't remember which attack does what, but I know one of Cloud's coefficients is like a 0.5, like a 0.57 multiplier. I think it's the quad slash one. It's a 0.5 multiplier. Lightning's 4 attack one, I believe, is like 0.67 multiplier, and I don't remember what the AoE attack ones are, but Lightning's is probably better than Cloud's in that aspect. The only thing is that Cloud, you'll probably have more synergy with Cloud because there's more 7 events than 13 events. That's basically it. I do think Lightning's does have an edge over Cloud's, though, because her attacks also have the same crit chance as Cloud's. So, yeah, it's basically just a better Cloud Burst Super Soul Break. I wouldn't mind having it. I would love to have this, but I can't really justify pulling here. And until I at least see the rest of his banner, at least. Anyway, next up, we have the Super Soul Break for Saz. The Cirrus Sidearms, 127 attack, which is quite good for a gun, I believe. Grants Protect Major Region to all allies and raise their magic a small amount. I'm not sure how I feel about this, honestly. The Protect the Major Region's nice, but the small magic boost, well, that seems really out of place on Saz, to be honest. I guess it makes sense because in 13 as a synergist he got both faith and bravery, so I guess that's why that's there. I guess this can be useful. I don't really think it's that useful on a character like Saz. Well, that's because I'm looking more at the magic aspect, because I'm like, well, if you're using this for a magically based party, probably not going to be one of using it all that much, because you use something more along the lines of Inaugural Parade or Magic Confusion. But this does give you Protect and Protega and Major Region, so it is quite useful in that respect. But yeah, like, it also seems really strange because Saz himself isn't a magical attacker in this game. So, I mean, I guess to me it doesn't make that much sense, but like, it makes sense with the story, but it doesn't make sense, in Record Keeper, if you get what I'm saying. Anyway, next up, we have Sarah's Gloves. It's a bracer, so that's quite nice. 28 attack, 31 magic, 97 res, 97 defense, 22 mind, standard. Continue Sarah Soul Break to Clock Master, deals 2 non-elemental magical attacks to one target and temporarily reduce the user's casting time. Now, I think this is a phenomenal relic right here because of the secondary effect on it, the reducing the user's casting time. I think it's only for the next 2 spells, but I don't think it's instant cast. I think it's just quick casting. So I'm not sure how much it lowers it by, but I really like this Soul Break. I prefer it more if it was on a more versatile character, because in this game Sarah has 6-star black magic and 3-star white magic, which I can't really complain about, because that's actually like exactly how she was in the game. Because if you think about it, most of the black mage stuff, encompasses like saboteur, black magic, and what have you, along with the white mage stuff, is actually encompassed into synergist. So there's not really much to say about Sarah's move pool and how limited it is, because it's actually just covered in those two things. The only thing she probably won't get is spell blades, which I don't think she should. Although most characters in 13 did get some form of physical, elemental abilities. I don't think most of them are going to get spell blade, because that's just silly. Lightning can make sense for her because, she actually has a blade, and yeah. Although Sarah does use Mog to transform from a bow into a sword, so I guess you could argue she should have Spellblade. But anyway, enough of that. Next up, we have Hope's Airwing. 89 attack, 131 magic, 71 mind. Changes Hope's Soulbreak to Earthquake, deals magic attack to all targets, temporarily lowering their attack a large amount. So this basically allows Hope to have an AoE Earth attack, which, we don't have many of. And this also bestows, I think, Power Breakdown. I don't think it's Power Break. I think it's Power Breakdown. So that's really, really unique. I don't really like it too much. That's because, like, Earth isn't... Like, I don't see Earth as a used element, and I don't think it'll be effective in any bosses. I know most of the time, bosses are immune to Earth, so... I don't know. At least what Renault was, it has the chance to slow, so if they aren't immune to Earth, they can be slowed, which I think is more all-around beneficial, because some bosses, might have like a small chance to use a physical attack, or other ones using magic attack, but they're susceptible to slow and stuff like that. I think it's just all personal preference at that point, but why did they make Earthquake so bad? Or so subpar, rather. Next up, we have the Glaive for Fang, a character I really like. 137 attack, which is quite decent for a spear. There's 5 ranged physical attacks to random targets with a moderate chance to blind them. I don't really want this per se. I kind of would just want it because I like Fang, if anything. I do think this is quite useful in the in the events that need to blind a boss, but not so useful in the event that it if there's multiple targets in a boss fight, then you need to only blind one of them. You can't just blind any of them, kind of like with the LeBlanc fight. We had to blind Ormy, and just you want Ormy blinded, not really too much Logos, because he'll still hit you with his attacks anyway. Next up, with the Tigerclaw, I have a bunch of these, or maybe I only have one. I don't know. I think I might have only gotten 1 or 2. 60 attack, 122 magic, 70 mind. It's actually a really good in synergy. Outside of synergy, it's not that great, but it's alright. Deals magical elemental damage to one target with a moderate chance to slow it. Pretty bad. You're like, I feel like you're better off just using Sloga at that point, if anything, or Tempo Flurry, something, anything else. But if you are in this scenario where you need to use this, I mean, I guess it'll help. I think it's pretty bad though. Gold Bangle. I think I have a few. No, I have tungsten bangles, not gold bangles. Generic bracer at the end of the banner. At least if this was a tungsten bangle, you would have a straight AoE heal with it. But this one's just nothing. On the bright side, bracers are usually relatively good. So there is that. Anyway, let's get this 100 gem draw, hit that 3-star, and end this video, because now it's 5 in the morning and I want to go to bed. So let's see which 3-star Dr. Mog has in store for me today. Or Lightning's Burst Super Soul Break, that'd be cool too, but not happening. Oh, a 4-star, oh, okay. And another Mesmerizing Blade, right? I believe that's Mesmerizing Dagger or something like that. Mesmerized Blade, right. Unfortunately, I don't need this anymore. Actually, no, I can make a 6-star. I think I'll do that. Anyway, as usual, you guys know the deal. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. Oh, wait a minute. No, I haven't said that since, like, YouTube had, like, the liking system, thumbs up. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, share, support. I do enjoy reading all your comments. Be sure to share these videos around with your friends that enjoy Final Fantasy Record Keeper, as it really does help me out, along with leaving a like. And be sure to follow me on all my social media, link down below, including Discord, where we get together, talk about Record Keeper, various other things. And I will see you guys next time. Later.